over the last 48 hours, the American people and the freedom-loving Chinese people witnessed how the American left wing or the fake news media have been echoing the CCP's propaganda over the incidents of Mr. Guo's arrest. Everybody knows that on March 15th, the FBI sent over 100 agents and who raided Mr. Guo's New York residence and handcuffed him and took him to court. As we speak now, Mr. Guo is still held in custody. And the CCP's propaganda and the so-called 5 Cents Army, they are celebrating Mr. Guo's arrest. And if you look at all the American mainstream media, they are repeating the false narratives published by the DOJ and the Southern District of New York. And we know that the DOJ and FBI have been politicized to persecute American conservative people. But we didn't know that they have also been weaponized by the Chinese Communist Party, trying to destroy Mr. Guo's life and all of us here at NFSC. NFSC was co-founded by Mr. Guo along with Mr. Steve K. Bannon on June 4, 2020. We're a global movement aimed at taking down the world's largest threat to humanity, that is the Chinese Communist Party. So now Mr. Guo is residing in the United States of America. This country, instead of protecting Mr. Guo, now the CCP has weaponized the DOJ, the FBI, and the SEC, trying to destroy Mr. Guo's life and our movement. Your reactions?
They realize that they are this close to being overthrown by the wonderful, beautiful Chinese people. For too long, the CCP has been the slave master to these wonderful, wonderful people in this beautiful country with a long history, tradition, and heritage. And I think that the one thing that the CCP is afraid of is one voice being able to speak out and spark a revolution. They realize that they're that close to being overthrown because when we, the people, are gathered together, we become the autonomous force that cannot be destroyed. The problem with groups like the CCP and others around the world, even right now, American politics, the White House, from the FBI, the DOJ, even down to American media, is that you have media that is disenfranchising and disillusioning people from the top down. So they are speaking lies, false narratives, anything that they can do to try to change the mind of the American people. And one thing I wish that both American people and Chinese people would realize is that everything is a facade. Literally, your mind is the only prison. The minute that we all bind together and start fighting evil together as humanity, this is the moment that we will win. And one reason I love people like Herrn Guo is that if you've heard the biblical story of David and Goliath, it was one man that chose to stand up and fight Goliath. One little boy against a large man with all of the technology, the money, the power. He had all of the resources behind him. But David won the fight. And when he won the fight, it challenged everybody else behind him to come alongside of him and defeat the enemy. And I honestly believe that Americans and Chinese people, banded and bound together, could defeat the CCP and all of the evil that has crept into American politics. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to wake you up. You need to realize is that the CCP is holding our debt, American debt. They have become our slave master. Why is the CCP buying up all of the farmland in America? Why are they trying to buy up all of the ports? Because they want to own us as well. And we are one of the final groups that can rise up and fight this. And I honestly believe, even though I have not looked at any of the evidence or I have not sat down and studied the case, there's too many suspicious things about what happened to Herrn Guo over the last few months for me to say that that's a coincidence. Why would the FBI raid his house and then a mere moments later there's a mysterious fire that has started? I mean, it doesn't make sense to anybody that is logical that something that not nefarious is going on here.